Now, what are the advantages of amniotomy? Amniotomy as such, what do you mean by amniotomy? That is artificial rupture of membrane. So, what will it do? It will release prostaglandin. So, it initiates myometrial contractions and labor because it releases prostaglandins. This we will read in induction of labor as well. When we read induction of labor, amniotomy or stripping of the membranes is something that we very routinely do as gynecologists, and amniotomy itself is active management of first stage of labor. So, you are initiating or augmenting the labor. It expedites the delivery, same thing. So, it is initiating also and it is expediting also, right? Then there is better compression of spiral artery. So, if there is better compression of the spiral artery, once you have released the amniotic fluid, then the chances of PPH will be less and the uterus will contract better. Okay? It reduces the entry of thromboplastin. Now, thromboplastin is released inside the uterus, right? Now, it might enter the maternal circulation, although it is a uterotonic, it is acting on the uterus to make the tone increase and might hasten the delivery. But if it enters the maternal circulation, it is going to cause problems, right? So, it might cause DIC. So, if you do amniotomy, you're kind of closing the sinuses, you're not letting this thromboplastin go into the maternal circulation. Okay? What else? What else does it do? It reduces the risk of renal cortical necrosis and DIC. That is again because it is not letting thromboplastin enter the maternal circulation. So, it is reducing the renal cortical necrosis and DIC. It is one and the same thing. It is reducing the entry of thromboplastin into the maternal circulation. So, reducing the cortical necrosis in the renal system and of course the DIC. So, amniotomy has its own advantages. Remember, as I told you before, abruption doesn't mean that the uterus is already contracted. You need to give her oxytocin. You need to give her ergometrine also, just like you manage a normal labor. Active management of normal labor, because it is not because of thromboplastin that the uterus is contracted. You need to give her oxytocics, uterotonics to contract so that it doesn't become a atonic uterus and later on cause problems like PPH and end up in hysterectomy. So, you have to give her the normal management of uterotonics, all right. Now, there is a school of thought that oxytocin might increase the release of thromboplastin into the maternal circulation, but there is no evidence supporting this. Okay, so oxytocin should be given, ergometrine should be given, even uterine massage can be done. There is no school of thought, there is no evidence that uterine massage or oxytocin can lead to excessive uterine contractions and release thromboplastin into the maternal circulation. No. Amniotomy can actually reduce the entry. So, you can do amniotomy. You are managing the patient just like you were managing before, just trying to cut down the abruption and delivery interval. Okay. So, oxytocin, ergometrine, uterine massage, everything has to be given.